Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of a NASCAR Heat 5 Next Gen Mod Career Mode. Hope you're all having a great day. Today, we continue the West Coast Swing race number 2 at Las Vegas for the Pennzoil 400. Fresh off of Joey Logano picking up the victory on the West Coast in sunny California at Auto Club Speedway. We just landed here in Las Vegas. I didn't drive to Vegas, but we will be driving from Vegas to Phoenix, so no flight needed at the end of today's episode. Now, as you can see, this beautiful scenery here in this Vegas area. It really is beautiful. There's so much racing action here with the, of course, mile-and-a-half track, but you got some road circuits around. You got a dirt track, you got a drag strip, you got a small little asphalt oval as well. There is so much racing action in such a small radius here in Vegas, but we were ready on Friday to get some practice under our belt in this brisk number 45. In the next episode in Phoenix, you're going to start seeing a rollout of other paint schemes with our other sponsors on this 2311 number 45 Toyota Camry, so that is going to be exciting. You're going to see Monster Energy, Sirius on the car as well, but there is a bunch on the way to look forward to here, and some of the schemes, of course, are based off of what Kurt Busch ran in the number 45, except I had Sanok actually put my name and whatnot on the car, so shout out to Sanok. But practice here Friday, it went okay. You know, it's really hard to get a good baseline, but you can see our ranking there, and we got $1,300 bonus, so we take that. But shortly after practice, we actually had to do some press before qualifying.
So, Gary, you've got 2 races under your belt so far with this new team. A top 10 in Daytona, but a rough day in California. How would you rate the first 2 races for yourself?
Not bad, but it's pretty early to kind of give myself a rating. This team isn't a team that's going to be winning right away. We have a lot of work to do, so I'm not expecting to win races. So just kind of keep my expectations realistic, really, and move on from there. You hear myself in qualifying, or you hear myself in the press now underway for qualifying here with a goal of a 32.087, and it's like I said, this is a 4-star team. 2311 in this 2022 season is 4 stars, not 5 stars, so this is not a team that we're expecting to win with on a regular basis. It's going to take a plate track or something special with strategy, or maybe a road course short track kind of deal for us to win races. We're not going to win on a normal track on speed. That's just the unfortunate truth and reality, but I wanted season 1 to be difficult for a reason here. P17 with a 31.8, so we actually take that. That's our best qualifying effort of the season in race number 3. You can see the rest of the order. Kozlowski way down there in 38th place. Not sure what's going on with that RFK driver. Kurt Busch there for RFK in the mid-20s as well. You see us there, P17, rounding up the top 10. Daniel Suarez on pole. Surprisingly, it's Eric Jones. Let's go and head to the grid here shortly. First, actually, NASCAR Xfinity Series. You can see Trevor Bayne picked up the win over Jeffrey Earnhardt. No trucks this weekend, but Jeffrey Earnhardt is a standout so far that I'm looking at maybe looking at a cup ride already for the next season, as he is having a fantastic result to kick off. He had that win in the last episode in Auto Club as well. And you're going to see the Xfinity points very quickly as well, at least the playoff grid, I should say. And you can see right now it's at the top, it's Justin Allgaier over Bayne and Earnhardt. But nonetheless, let's get ready to head to the grid. Let's send it to Chris Meyers.
Hello everyone and welcome to Las Vegas Speedway for the Pennzoil 400. Race 3 of the season is our first look at 1.5 mile racing for this new next gen car. What should we be looking out for today, Mike?
Thanks, Chris, and welcome everyone to race 3 of our new 2022 season. One thing to watch out for today is going to be tire issues. We have seen a lot of tire issues in the first 2 races of the season, and today will be a true test of them.
What do you say, Tony? Why don't we hit up that new kid in that 45 car?
Hey Gary Owen, this is Tony Stewart up in the booth. How are you feeling about today?
Thanks for talking to me. Honestly, I don't know. See what happens, take it stage by stage, and hopefully by the end of this thing, Tony, I beat all 4 of your cars.
All right, bud, good luck out there today. Just don't beat any of my cars.
Ready to go racing. Then you saw the starting grid coming up, or the stories of the race, with Christopher Bell not being as fast as expected. LaJoy with an engine change, he's starting at the back, and Eric Jones on pole. I'll be honest, I don't expect that Petty GMS car to remain up front, but but never say never. We've seen bigger surprises before. So here we go. We're underway from Las Vegas for the Pennzoil 400 from P17. Behind the number 16 of Allmendinger, the 9 of Chase Elliott. Allmendinger is full-time a part of this 2022 storyline. I just felt like it kind of worked, so I decided to start the season early for him, and we'll see if we can make the playoffs this season now. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. Will Allmendinger make the playoffs this season? He's been running okay, but he's kind of like a bubble driver. Do you think we will make the playoffs in this number 45 car, or do you think it's going to take a win? There you see the 99 of Daniel Suarez there, just in front of us. P12, he's had a rough start to the season, but no one's had a rougher start than William Byron on my right side. Currently 4 wide behind us, actually, as we complete lap 1. Great racing to kick off this race, but William Byron, back on him, he has not even finished a race this season. He had a mechanical failure in the last episode. He had a tire failure in Daytona, and that's taken him out of both races so far in this early portion of the season. We're only in race 3, midway, of course, through the West Coast swing, and you can see myself trying to move myself forward here, running into a couple of Tony Stewart's cars right there. The 10 of Almirola, the 4 of Kevin Harvick. Now, Truex up my inside as we crossed the line. He was moving his way forward pretty quickly, and now I actually found myself falling backwards. There's the 60 of Kurt Busch, who's been moving his way forward. You're going to see the Vitamin Water, number 60, in the next episode, actually, in Phoenix. I can't wait for you guys to see that car now as well. Beautiful paint scheme as well as we head down towards turn 3 behind the number 8 of Tyler Reddick. The more races we do, you can expect to see some ratings change around to kind of be a little bit more accurate towards 2022, and then obviously in 2023 we're going to see more storyline progression and teams go up, some teams go down, and it's going to be really fun to, of course, let that play out, assuming this series is able to get to that point anyways. Now, I mean, we still don't know what the future looks like, but up to P14 on lap 8 of 19 here. Denny Hamlin out in front, but for the first time today, the caution is going to fly. Could not find what the reason was for the caution in the replay mode of this one, but nonetheless, you can see that we're close on field, but this caution would allow everybody to be okay to make it to the end. So we would all stay out and get ready to go back racing here from P14. I was pretty happy with how the car was driving so far. This is the best we've run. We've been outrunning our teammate Bubba Wallace so far all stage long, as he's not even in the top 20 currently. So the 23 McDonald's Toyota Camry having a rough day as we're back underway. Important to remember though, last episode in Auto Club, it was kind of the opposite. I struggled to run good and Bubba Wallace was able to get a decent finish in the mid-teens. So it'll be interesting to see us go back and forth potentially throughout this season as we come through 1 and 2 on the outside of that number 8 of Reddick. See if we can get to the outside maybe of Kurt Busch. Not going to quite happen. I don't have the speed there as we head down this back stretch now. You can see that. I love that Monster Energy Ford Mustang though. Really, really cool. We're going to have, of course, him with Monster Energy branding. Myself, we're going to have Monster Energy branding on the car. So there's going to be a couple Monster Energy cars in the field throughout this season. We crossed the line though in P14 with less than 10 laps to go in stage 1. Hamlin still out in front of this pack here now as we head down towards turn 3, lap 15. A few laps later, you can see that I didn't quite have the speed to hang with the cars in front of us, but I was able to stay in front of the cars behind. But the caution is going to come out for a second time here in stage 1. This time, everybody's going to come into the pits because this is going to present a unique scenario. We're going to have 1 lap of racing here in stage 1, so it's going to get really intense, really quick, and to make it even sketchier, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. stayed on the track. He wasn't even in the top 20, I don't think, and now he is leading the race for 1 lap of racing. Denny Hamlin, who was leading the stage, he's beside me. He had a terrible pit stop. He lost over 10 positions in the pit lane, and we're going to get some radio communications of his reaction on that one here momentarily as we head down through turn 1 and 2. You can see where Stenhouse is on the inside is going nowhere. It's basically a train hitting the brake pedal right here. Can't do anything, and the only car that's going to really be able to benefit is that number 1 of Ross Chastain. He's going to jump up to the outside. You can see it out of the windshield up there. Kyle Larson's behind the 47, but Ross Chastain goes to the outside, has a momentum on the exit of 4, and down the front straightaway, Chastain is going to come through to win stage 1, get his first win in a stage of the season, get a playoff point. And as you guys know, this storyline follows the 2022 season, so Ross Chastain still not a cup winner at this point in time. Stenhouse is going to come into the pits. Everybody else stays out now as we hear from Denny Hamlin.
What the fuck, guys? That was pitiful. We cannot be doing that already.
Hamlin just kind of setting his team straight right off the bat here. We're ready to go green for stage 2. Nobody pits other than Stenhouse, who stayed out on that original caution. We're back underway. Ross Chastain leading the way down this front stretch. He's got Kyle Larson, Daniel Suarez lined up just behind him, of course. Trackhouse Racing made up of Daniel Suarez, Ross Chastain. As you guys know, I'm a Daniel Suarez fan myself, so hoping to see a lot out of Suarez this season in the number 99 in the game and in real life. Chase Briscoe in the number 14 also up there in the mix. Keep an eye on that 14. There's a very big trend in NASCAR when it comes to Chase Briscoe. If you're on a road course, you're going to get wrecked by Chase Briscoe late in the race, and if Chase Briscoe's in the mix to win on an oval late in the race, he will wreck you as well. So my goal, anytime late in the cup race here, if I'm around the 14, I'm just going to pull over and let him go because I'll at least finish the race. As you can see myself going around the outside now, trying to get to that right rear quarter panel of the 43 of Eric Jones. He started on pole but has not put up quite the same pace in the race, obviously outside of the top 10, but we would get past him out of turn 4 until this moment right here, clipping the outside wall on the exit of the corner. Now I'm going to get engulfed in traffic. Here goes the 24 to my outside, and as well here comes the 16 to the inside, the 34. I mean, I was getting absolutely, like I said, engulfed by cars. We were down to P17, but I would try to rally back. I got back past the 34 of Michael McDowell. Now up the inside of the number 20 of Christopher Bell. Chase Elliott having a bit of a slow day as well here behind me, but we are going to be able to power through and get back past the 20 of Christopher Bell and move back up at a P15, but then on the exit of turn 4, big time sideways right there, so now we lose more momentum and we're 3 wide again. Bell, Elliott to the inside here as we head down towards turn number 1. McDowell is going to run into the side of us. He's going to go spinning and he's going to go crashing in the background there. The caution's going to fly. You see the bit of the weird damage model with the mod there, but the caution is going to come out, and I don't think I did anything wrong right there. It looked like the 34 kind of just wrecked himself, to be honest with you, but we would all stay out again and get ready to go back green, but I don't think I did anything wrong.
I'd say that was on him, man. Don't worry about that. Just drove straight into you.
You briefly here, our crew chief now kind of taking our side as you would expect. We're back underway though, less than 10 laps to go now in stage 2. Since Ross Chastain took the lead on the final lap in stage 1, benefiting from the 47 of Steno staying out on the track, he has not looked back. He's been leading ever since here. Now, by the way, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about the AI voices kind of being a part of this series? I've seen a bit of a mixed reaction. Most of it's been positive, but I see a few people that don't like it as well. I can tell you personally, I think it's going to stay because the technology is only getting better literally day by day. It's crazy how quickly it improves and how fast that technology develops, but as well, I know some people say we would rather have real people's voices like I've used to use. However, there's a huge difference where versus the real person doing the voice versus the AI. With the AI, I can get whatever I want at any time I want and put it into the video on the fly, on the go, and obviously it's just a way quicker process and I don't have to rely waiting on people, which was something that always held me back in the past, was having to wait on people, and I don't want to do that when I can be getting the content to you guys. So I don't think the AI is going to be going anywhere, that is for sure. As you can see myself though, on the other topic, on the actual race, I'm falling backwards at the end of stage 2. We were barely inside the top 20. There goes Austin Cindric around my outside. I was really struggling late here in stage 2, and the problem for me was I didn't quite know what was causing this pace drop off. Chastain leads the way on the final lap of the stage. Stenhouse, who has fresher tires than anybody, has run me down as we head down towards turn 1. He pitted, of course, on a different sequence than the rest of the field, and he was making it pay off because he goes up my inside. I'm sideways there. I'm actually going to get briefly into his right rear, but we go down to P21 on the exit of turn 2, and now Ross Chastain has not looked back since he took that lead at the end of stage 1, and he is going to sweep the first 2 stages by winning again here on stage 2. 2 playoff points. I'm trying to get back to the inside of the 47, can't quite make it happen. P21 here in stage 2. Still not a bad second stage, other than, you know, the fact that we were probably a top 15 car. I just dropped off hard in stage 2. It didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but it is what it is. We're gonna pit for 4 tires, fill it up with fuel, and I was looking at potential adjustments here. I tightened it up a little bit and also added a little bit of grill tape, and we are gonna get ready to go back racing here from Las Vegas. Bowman's having a terrible day in 30th place, and you see Smithley, the Daytona 500 winner, is out.
Time for our ones to watch. I'm going to go with the one of Ross Chastain. Who do you got, Clint?
I like the way you think, Mike. I think I will also go with the one of Ross Chastain.
Real creative there, Clint. I think I'm going to go with one of my cars. That 14 of Briscoe is looking strong today.
Martin Truex Jr. lost 13 spots in the pit lane. He is now down to first position. You heard the picks there from the booth. Mike Joy and Bowyer both going with the 1 of Ross Chastain. Tony Stewart, however, he's going to go with his own driver of the 14 of Chase Briscoe, who we have seen running pretty well in this race so far. Now, as you can see, Truex trying to move his way forward. Austin Dillon as well slips up my inside on the exit of turn 2. Though we're going to have a bit of a run back towards the Irish Spring Chevrolet Camaro, number 47 for JTG Doherty Racing. That's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He's on the outside of Tyler Reddick as they head through the center of the corner. Brad Keselowski up there in the mix on the outside of Bell. And once again, RFK Racing, we are seeing Keselowski running all right. We're seeing Buescher kind of have some downs, and then we're seeing Kurt Busch have some ups. He's been running really, really solid up inside the top 10 here today, towards the top 5 even, in that number 60 RFK Monster Energy Ford Mustang. Now, here I am with a run on the exit of turn 2. We're 3 wide down this back stretch with Stenhouse and Reddick. We got as well around the outside of the 19 of Truex, using that outside sideways goes to 6 of Keselowski. I was trying to give him a push down the back straightaway. It actually altered his handling there into turn 3, but you can see myself not holding back. We're going to go around the outside of Kyle Busch and Bell, and look at the amount of Toyotas back here. You got myself, you got the 20, you got the 18 of Kyle Busch, you got the 19 of Truex, all in this 15th to 20th place running area. The Toyotas running really rough today. Bubba Wallace not having a good day either. Hamlin's the only one running well, and I'm running into the wall there on the exit of turn 4. That's the second time today that we've done that. Now we found ourselves in a compromised position. 3 wide in the middle, Busch on the inside clear. Truex is going to go around on that outside. Chastain still leads the way with just over 20 laps to go in this race. You see myself fighting back. Look at the run we got through the middle of the corner, clear of the 19, and even being able to get back alongside of the 18 of Kyle Busch, and this battle continues here. Look at us, all 4 of us together here with our alliance teammates now of Truex, Bell, and Kyle Busch. P16 is the position we would get clear of Truex, and then now up the inside of Allmendinger, this being lap 49. This moves us back into the top 15 finally now, as we can put some pressure on Brad Keselowski on lap 50. Here we go, slipping up the inside. I think the adjustments that we made at the end of stage 2 has actually really benefited us in this race, because we're moving through, and now here's Chase Elliott on our front nose. We're going to go up the inside of him as well, and this will put us into P13 if we can complete the pass, but we won't, because I clipped the apron there in the middle of the corner, so that's actually going to push us backwards, and the 6 of Keselowski is even going to be able to get back past us. Not too concerned, though. The car was driving okay, but the caution is going to come out there. Ross Chastain, Briscoe, Hamlin, Logano, Larson, the top 5. Everybody's going to pit, but it's only 2 tires that we need, because we only need half a can of fuel to make it to the end. Here's the reason for the caution. Corey LaJoie going to go around. That's the tire failure. Mike Joy said it pre-race. Tires, watch out for them, and well, there he goes. That's our first, confirmed tire failure at least here. We've had other cautions as well. We just didn't know what for. Christopher Bell, he makes quite a few big gains there in the pits now, as we are down to P17. Chastain was able to maintain the lead on the restart, and I think it's going to be very difficult to beat that one car. We thought Denny Hamlin had the fastest car based off what we saw early in stage 1, but certainly ever since that bad pit stop, he was able to get back in towards that top 5, but doesn't seem to have the pace for that one of Ross Chastain. Here we are up the inside of that number 6 of Keselowski, running out of time quickly. We would find myself up the inside of the 20 on the exit of 4, but then I actually push him up the track, and that put us vulnerable to allow the 16 to go up the inside and make it 3 wide. So we'd get back in, tucked in behind that 16, and try to move our way back forwards again, clearing that 20 through the center of the corner. So P16 going for now 15th place, a corner later into turn 3. Chastain all the way up on the outside wall up there, and I see Larson as well utilizing that outside Logano. You can see that yellow blob. He's on the inside up there as well, trying to make some headway. Byron Cindric just in front of us. We passed Harvick. Now it's Daniel Suarez running just outside of the top 10. Now actually we'll pass Chase Elliott for 10th, and here I am moving forward into P12 past that 24. We are running really solid coming up on the final 10 laps of this race, and again going for an overtake on Chase Elliott. We tried to pass him earlier, then I hit the apron, and then that pass never got completed, and it's not going to get completed this time either, because the caution is out again here in Vegas. Reason this time, well, guess what? It was a tire failure. Just like next gen in real life, tire failures are the name of the game. It's Grala going around on the outside wall, but watch this, it gets way worse. He goes humping over after contact with the 51 of Zane Smith, who's currently filling in for the suspended Cody Ware. Indefinite suspension, that is, remember now, but we will see other drivers in that car throughout the season until Rick Ware can decide on who's going to pilot that car full time. We're back underway once again here now. 7 laps of racing to go, and it was a whole lap later and I hadn't been able to gain anything, but Harvick gets to my outside, so again we're 3 wide middle for like the 3rd time in this race. But that time there was contact with the 24 that shot us up the track into the 4. 24 is sideways, he saves it, but now we go back down to P17. Kozlowski gets clear as well. Now Chastain continues to lead up towards the final few laps of this race, and he had a very comfortable gap at this point. Now the only thing that was going to take him down to this point is if he had some mechanical issue. Coming to the white flag, Ross Chastain, no wins in his Cup Series career based off the start of the 2022 season storyline that we have with this career mode, so looking to become a NASCAR Cup Series winner today. P17, honestly, not that bad of a day for us. We will take it. I think we could have gotten a top 15 out of it, but I will still, to be honest, gladly take a 17th place result after our lack of speed in Auto Club. But the focus is on Trackhouse Racing getting their first win in the NASCAR Cup Series, and it's with their new driver of Ross Chastain, who will also get his first career win here on the Cup Series. He crosses the line. It is official. Chastain is a NASCAR Cup Series winner and locked into the playoffs. We cross the line P17 here in the Pennzoil 400, just in front of the 18 of Kyle Busch. You'll see the rest of the finishing order. Chase Briscoe came up just short there in 2nd place over Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, Kurt Busch, Denny Hamlin, Logano, Austin Cindric with a nice top 10. Truex rebounds to the top 10 as well, and Harvick just outside, or no, Harvick just inside, with Jones being just outside in P11 after qualifying on pole position. Bubba Wallace, a rough day for him, 29th. Rough day for, well, him all the way through Bowman, because Buescher there in 30th, Bowman in 31st, Garrett Smithley, Kaz Grala both out of the race there at the end. So we are not flying out of Vegas. We can just simply drive to Phoenix, so no flight scene here to end it, but we are going to check out the playoff standings, and as we will end it with the reputation, as you can see, Ryan Blaney looking to be happy racing with me in the next one, though. Headed to Arizona, no truck race in the next one either, so it's just Xfinity and Cup again. But let's take a look at the current playoff grid in the Cup Series after that race. So Logano, Chastain, Smithley currently locked in, and you can see we are 5 points out. We're only separated by 2 points with our teammate of Bubba Wallace, so very, very close between him and I. Reddick and Dillon, the last 2 drivers in, both RC are teammates. But that's going to wrap it up for us. You're going to see the reputation right here is looking very good for everybody. Kozlowski and Elliott are neutral, but other than that, it's great. So pretty happy with that, to say the least. But that is going to wrap it up. If you guys enjoyed, you know what to do. Thank you all for the support so far in the first few episodes, and I'll see you guys in the next one to complete the West Coast swing at Phoenix. Have a great day, everybody.